Yeah. Mic check. How we doing? Where the fuck is Ja Rule? Previously on Kimba TV. If you're looking at the higher time frame right now, 40K is in the works. The bullish move would continue if you sweep there, you come back, you back test, bullish retest, then we have a chance for 40. I'm looking for either a potential swing fail right there or a swing fail right there. Captain Gary says, look at that volume. It is quite interesting. Yeah, I mean, because 34 is a really important level. So I think if you start to get like significant candle closes below 34 thou, then, 33 probably isn't going to hold. And so we might get that sweep. So are you ready? Are you ready, Captain Gary? Are you ready, sir? Captain Gary, you better have Staff Sergeant Swaggy Fish and Lieutenant Dan Pena, and you better consult your battle plans with General Project Pat, or Admiral Grizzly. I'm just letting you know. So. Let's go, Saeed. TF Sai Bozeman says you need a sub. I got you, my guy. Hold on. Let me load up the other thing. Kimba. Let me load up my thing.
Let's get it. Kimba, what's popping?
Okay, who needs a sub? Let's get that bitch taken care of. Turtle, what's going on, my boy? Bugatti. Let's see if we can get some volatility, y'all. Maybe we get a little add to a position, or Philadelphia cream cheese, or why would you add instead of starting a new position? Because of my quantifiable bias on my bullish bias, the way it is. So I feel like, and it's rare, right? Because you've been watching for a minute the way it is, and I don't think you've ever seen me add to a position, right? And it's basically a combination of me not knowing what the fuck to expect. And if you put a gun to my head, I think the 36K sweep comes first, right? So nothing has changed for me in terms of my bias this whole week, But if you were to nerd out, and if you do look at EXO, you can see the way it is. Like you look at it and tell me too. But I would guess anywhere from 60 to 80 mil of longs are trapped, or not trapped, but you have like 60 to 80 million dollars in longs, like in this thing right here. Okay. So is that enough to pink and grab? I don't know, man. So I think it would be funnier because I can see there's people longing here. What the fuck, right? Yo, Lions, your dumbass better not be longing right here. I'm just playing. My entry is down here, down at 28.5. But you can see, like, dude, dirt, let's long right here. Boy, you know what I mean? So there's like 60 to 80 mil in longs right here. So you know what would be funny as hell? More longs. Shorts getting squeezed, bitch. But bro, like, I don't know the way it is. I'm okay with, because, okay, so let's say that, like, what do we always talk about? Pretend that you get fulfilled and you get stopped out, right? So if it goes like this and pa-ping, I get filled, I add the 200 Bitcoin, I get fulfilled, right? My average entry like jumps to like right here, right? And then if I get pa-ping and I get stopped out, I'm okay with that scenario, like mentally, because that's the risk and the reward, So if you really think about it, the way it is, whether I add and I get stopped out, or I close the position in the green right now and I take 100 or 200, 150K loss on the next long attempt, at the end of the day, the realized and unrealized is like pretty similar. Like it's the exact same, right? If you think about it. Yeah, I don't, and the fact that I have like a, I don't want to close it right now, brother, and it does this, and I'm waiting right here for this sweep, and I'm like, fuck. So who the fuck knows? Who the fuck knows, I'm sure there's gonna be plenty of motherfuckers that will show up, dude, Kimba, you were too greedy, or why didn't you fucking close it? I'm sure, but nothing really I can do, but my plan is that I'm gonna add down here, right? The way it is, and that's always what it has been. So I'm either looking for $1,000 sweep that way or $1,000 sweep this way. So, okie dokie, whichever one comes first, the way it is. But, what's cool though, the way it is, I can right now do the math and be like, okay, if I market closed right here, what would be my final P&L? If I market closed right back at the rejection of the point of control, what would be my P&L? What would be the sweep of all of these or that, and I close it right there, what would be my P&L? What would be my P&L if I add 100 Bitcoin right there? What would be my P&L if I add, 200 Bitcoin right there? What would be my P&L if I get stopped out? And I got to go through every number and just be like, okay, cool. I'm okay with all of that shit. Yeah. How many subs you guys want to gift? How many subs you guys want to gift? Holy shit, how do I read my own chat? I don't even know how I read my own chat. What the fuck? Hey, how many subs should we gift her?
I hope you guys are
Twitch white mode because I'm not logged in.
Welcome in.
100? What the fuck?
KGM.
A hundo?
Lots of college.
God damn. But I haven't TP'd. Damn, a hundo? Shit. All right, say less. Swag it up. Swag it up. Quit playing with me. Swag it up.
And my Bugatti Bulldog. Let's see, Daily.
Oh hell no.
Rift, way too. Oh my gosh, you guys. Who the? 100.
Market maker.
Thank you so much.
We are about to begin a fire alarm test. The following alarms are just for testing purposes.
Y'all hear this? So hot in here. I'm gonna keep watching on my other screen.
Shout out
keep
Kimba.
showing her some love. That's awesome.
Let's get it. Kimba was
That's
popping.
dope. Shano says I missed Boo Gammas. That's okay. You always have, it's always on YouTube, right, my guy? You tell me what you think is the most highest probable thangity thing. Okay? 4110. Look at how big the 4110 and 41 hundo gamma is. Okay? You see that? And then look at the open interest. So what is the highest probable thing that will happen? So maybe, and what I was saying earlier in the day, brother, was maybe 41 hundo, 4110. Hold on, it's too loud. I don't know if there's a clip of it, but one thing that we talked about was I think 41 hundo, 4110 gets swept. So that's the confluence for the lower bound side sweep. These guys. $4,100, 4098, but some sort of sweep. We also had like a gap, for a little bit. Okay, so, but the cool thing is, Shano, there's confluence both ways on the Bugammas, okay? Because there's shorts really aggressive shorts lining up on S&P, Shane. And so there could be, and that's what we were talking about when this was going up, there could be a little bit of a short squeeze before we, gap fill and grab and sweep and all that stuff, Shane. Okay, and so there is 9 minutes left on the hourly candle close, okay? And that's gonna be the 2-hour marker until market close. Alrighty, and then it's gonna be Macaulay Culkin weekend. So, if S&P wants to continue to pull back down, 4110, 41 hundo is the biggest boo gamma, okay? And so if we do that, then what do you think that kind of lines up with? Could be that sweep. All right, so doesn't really, doesn't really worry us too much. So the plan really hasn't changed, right, Shane? I'm still waiting for a long right there. I'm adding, and then I'm waiting for a sweep short right there. But it's still in the soccer field of retail. Retail arena, okay? You know about retail arena, right? I'm in the owner's box right here, right up here, and I'm just lettucing up in the owner's suite, and I'm watching okay, but it's still within the parameters of retail arena. Alrighty, that's it. So for me, I'm chilling. This is fucking awesome. I love being able to see volatility with y'all, but in terms of my next sets of execution, nothing has changed for the whole
Shout
week.
out Kimber.
So,
Let's get it. Kimber was popping.
alrighty. Shano, any questions you want to talk about? Anything, my guy? But yeah, there you go, Boo Gamma, right? So do you want me to put like 4110 and 41 hundo? I can if we really want to. Eleneru says, hello, technical question. If this was the sweep at that lower level of interest, how would you place positions? Okay, so since you said if this was the sweep, even though you don't know if it was, right? But going off of the way that you phrased it, if this was the sweep, then I would go like this. And from probably here, I would have something. I would basically probably enter either like this or either like this. And then the stop loss would be like right there. But that's not that great of a low, okay? In fact, that's actually kind of a shitty low. So you do know that there's a higher probability that this is gonna get swept. However, it doesn't have to do it now, okay? You gotta see this reaction right here, because you know what that is? Look at this. Surprise, surprise. So the first thing that you would have to do if you're bullish is one, the swing high, swing low. If this is the sweep, is you would never lose the golden pocket, okay? And you got to get above resistance, the golden pocket resistance, and start to make higher highs, okay? And this really doesn't change anything for me. I think for bulls to be back in control, you got to get above 34.4, 34.5. The same shit that we've been talking about for the last couple days, okay? But conceptually speaking, they're just trying to stop every retail trader out before they continue the move, right? You can kind of see what open interest is doing, right? So what do you think happened? Hold on. Let me move this shit. You can clearly tell what that was, right? So that's not like bearish. You know what I mean? It's still kind of neutral. Because it wasn't like you had people shorting. So it literally just a whole bunch of longs got bet, And we talked about in the morning how there's a whole bunch of, I forget what exact number I said, but what did I say? Like 33 is what I said, or 33.5 maybe. But I drew a box and I was like, dude, there's 60 to 80 million, right? Longs trapped. So if they want to go and do some goofy shit and just do bet, and then go and then bet, so everybody that was long here, fuck, I knew it, right? It's the I knew it's. I knew it, fucking piece of shit. Manipulation, all right, I'm logging, bitch, you're stupid. And then, you know what's gonna happen? This is what I think would be the funniest. It could do this first, but the move up is people are gonna go. Yeah, something like that. But you know what I would really want? Yeah. Yeah, I think something like that. So first things first, right? Let's take it 30-minute candle at a time. We know what the sweep levels are. We know what the invalidation for a sweep would be. We know what bad lows look like. So yeah, how we doing? I think we're still okay. I think we're still okay. Hopefully nobody's like. I love it if you're taking shots, but you really shouldn't be getting wrecked in retail arena. You know. But I opened it by mistake. It's my first time doing that mistake. Gotcha. No worries. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, there's really nothing you can do at this point. You know, this has always been, here, let me lower the volume a little bit. This has always been the plan since the week. You know, so you've got a potential place where you could sweep that. Sweep that, sweep this, and sweep this. You know, and so it's pretty funny that it would do that over the weekend or right before the weekend, because the weekend, you know, usually stops you out one more time. But you know what's awesome is if this goes without grabbing that, and that's going to be left over, then that gives me more confluence on this short and this possible sweep too. Get that guy, get that guy. I really hope we're not gonna see some like think, then tink, because then we're talking about getting here in like 3 to 4 weeks. I don't know if I could really hold this thing that long. But yeah, Zazima, so just be careful, you know, there's a lot of longs to still stop out down there. So, but you would basically be counting on some sort of a sweep front run at this point, because you're not going to be able to rely on S&P in 52 minutes. I mean, the futures will be running, so I guess technically you could have 2 more hours of some sort of S&P correlation, you know, if S&P like rallies from 4110 or 4100. But you know, in 52 minutes, markets will close. In an hour and 52 minutes, futures will pause for the rest of the weekend. It'll be Macaulay Culkin hour, or excuse me, Macaulay Culkin weekend. And so, you know, the higher probability is that it would sweep. But yeah, Gurkha says CME already swept. Could this be the sweep for others as well? Yeah. So some people already. So Gurkha, CME and Coinbase already swept, I think, right, Gurkha? But here's the thing, Gurkha. In like I said, in an hour and 51 minutes, futures are going to be paused. CME will be paused, and so CME can sweep during the market open, and then derivatives can sweep during the weekend, and then recalibrate. Right. So that's what I mean by the derivatives can still sweep. So it's good that CME already swept. I think Coinbase did too, but CME is going to be paused in an hour and 51 minutes. So it won't really matter. Trey Kalisha says, the low you are looking to get swept has already been swept on spot. Yeah, so we actually already talked about it. So when it happened, somebody brought it up, and somebody just brought it up again. But yeah, we already talked about it. So when we talked about it, it was when somebody brought up that on SPY spot, 4110 and 4100 had already gotten swept. And so that's when I talked about there's always going to be spot versus derivatives on any asset. So Coinbase and CME may have swept, but this is not the first time that we've seen this happen before, right? In fact, this has happened hundreds of times. So when spot and CME sweeps, when the markets are open, but derivatives haven't, what's usually happens over the weekend? Right? So this isn't the first time it has done that. What's the highest probable thing that will happen over the weekend based off of what has happened before? That would be the question, right? So, Swabe says, I took this Kimba box. There was only a $50 invalidation. Now 34K is a big resistance. Would you be aggressive on this trade to max my profits or give it a chance? I'm in profits over the month. I would put, then Swabe, if I were you, I would put it at break even. You know, or maybe even a tiny L, but that sweep down there is going to happen sooner or later. So for me, obviously, I want it to like leave that low and then go to 36 now, right? But you're always going to have a high probability that that's going to get swept. And so, you know, if you can understand that, and like if somebody told you there's a 60% chance that you're going to get stopped out, Swabe, how would you react to that, and how would you play it? That's maybe how I would answer your question. So if somebody told you you've got a 60% chance, you went to the casino and they said 60% chance that you're going to get round tripped or it's going to sweep the low, I would take the 40% chance since it's a free trade. Beautiful. There you go. So yeah, so you have your answer right there. That's kind of like the way that I would look at it. It's probably about a 60% chance. Nixo says, go, go, go. All right, here you go. First roll, Nixo. Yeah. All right, 10 gifted. Let me pay that out. Giozati, do you want a new seed or roll as is? Giozati, new seed or roll as is? You want new seed? Okay, here you go. New seed and the spin. Here you go, Giozati. Ow! Fuck! I'm just kidding. Oh my God. Damn! Damn! Juice! Juice! Oh, shit! All right, well, we're gonna give away $2,000. If here, we'll take it out now. All right, we'll do $2,000 giveaways. Congratulations. God damn. Yeah, but do you remember what we talked about though, brother? I don't know if you were here. Do you know that it like pixel fucked the single print? And do you remember when we drew this? Look at what it's doing. So it's literally pixel fucking what we talked about like as soon as it started bouncing from here. Do you remember? Do you see this? So it's hard to say, Mo guy. You know, it grabbed the single print. These are bad lows, right? So you would expect the 33,240 to be the sweep, right? So you could say that it's a bearish retest, but I think it'd be better to see what the reaction is at 7.5, 7.86 if it does get there. And ultimately, I would just let the fibs kind of guide you around, right? But we talked about how there were single prints up here, and we pulled this fib, you know, hours ago. So I'm not really surprised that it's just kind of chilling right there. But it's the weekend, you know what I mean? So All right, Mo guy. Yeah, your guess is just as good as mine. It's fibbing, right? It's pixel fucking on the fib, Mo guy, and it just claimed all the single prints. So, it make sense, and it probably like the 7.5 and 7.86 probably confluences with that, blue line. So we kind of already talked about something like that or something like that, Yeah, just got left at the train station, to be honest. Gotcha. Are you trying to get that, Mo guy? Because look, this is what I would say for you. If you're trying to get in on the long, or are you trying to get in on the short? So you've got this that you have to be paying attention to, starting all the way from this, to this, to this, to this, to this. So I think like if it was just third grade TA, you realize, okay, that hasn't gotten grabbed. That's barely grabbed. That's going to get grabbed. So, that very possible, something like this. But I'm not going to add on that one. I'm adding on this one. So you're trying, oh, gotcha. Yeah. So Mo guy, I think you're all right, to be honest with you. So here, I don't know if you heard this earlier, Mo guy, but you're never guaranteed anything. You just know that that's not that great. That's actually not that bad. That's actually not that bad. That's actually not that bad. But that's going to get grabbed. So if they front ran you, that's okay. There's more confluence for a possible sweep of that to rotate back down on the mini range. And if it deviates from that, then you even have a bigger edge for the sweep play up top. One of these things is going to get smacked. One of the sweeps is going to probably happen on Monday. And you guys remember what I was talking about with like the S&P thing? You got the 4110, the 41 hundo, one more sweep kind of thing. So, man, whether it's a long on that sweep or a short on that sweep, and we got when is the FOMC? November 1st, y'all. Wednesday is FOMC. Okay, so for sure, Wednesday, early stream. For sure, Wednesday, early stream. Let's get nasty with it. I'm going to schedule my shit so that, I can start the countdown around 8:50, which means that by 9:10, we're saying, yeah, right? So 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes before the market opens, we want to be saying, yeah. And then we can look at Boo Gamma together and, kick it off. So Wednesday for sure, let's get nasty. Wednesday for sure, let's get nasty. That's an early stream. I would love to start Monday off the right way too, right? One of these sweeps is going to happen next week, right? You know what I would love? To be in the sweep that benefits from FOMC Wednesday. I would love to get into, whether it's this or this one. I want to be in one of these, Monday or Tuesday, and then Wednesday we can ride it with the FOMC. I mean, if we get filled on FOMC, that's all right, I guess. But yeah, I would love to get into a position Monday or Tuesday. See you guys on Monday, Diligent Chew Toy. I am going to put the sync back on the VIP stream. So you'll be able to monitor it, all right? Yeah, buddy. Shout out Kimba Juice. Shout out Liquidation Lions season ticket holders. Samuel Tony says, what a week. Dude, this week was fucking amazing. Yup. And then we got FOMC Wednesday. So it's going to be wild, y'all. Stay safe over the weekend. You guys are the fucking best. Don't let anybody else tell you otherwise. And last but not least, stay safe. It is the weekend, so try to enjoy yourselves a little bit. All right, market makers know that I am dipping. Ladies and gentlemen, let's see where we are at on Monday. Does the video load like this? Okay, perfect. Longers, rooting for you. Shorters, rooting for you. Bulls, bears, we are all lions. All right? All right, you guys. Have a great weekend. What a week. Looking forward to next week as well. Sato, let them know what happens if they don't use stop loss.